your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
Good evening to you. I'm CBS 47 meteorologist Justin Sacher. So this trough has dipped into California. It's bringing very gusty winds and some heavier rain through the northern portion of the state. Right now, that is fizzling out as it moves through central California. You can watch radar here over the last couple hours really become much more weak, especially by the time it passes Merced. We do have a line of some light scattered showers all the way from Madera to the Mariposa area, where there's just this one that popped up moments ago. Still looking at some scattered showers, more so around Yosemite, and it's really going to dissipate from here. The winds, though, are still strong, and here's a neat effect from Doppler radar. The radar beam is actually picking up on some dust that the wind has kicked up. When we see a cold front enter the valley, it comes through like a wedge along the ground, so it can lift things like dust in the air, and it's also quite dusty outside because of the winds and all the dust that we tend to have in the air right now anyway. This wind has also lifted insects into the air, so you can trace along this line right here where the gustiest winds are in our area right now. And it's what we're looking at as we take a look through this valley cam in Visalia. You can tell just how dusty it is there in the background because of that yellow and orange tint. Plus, visibility at Visalia's airport is down to 3 miles. You've got a north-northwest wind at 21 miles per hour, but it is not hot. Temperatures are at 80 degrees in Visalia, so a 21 mile per hour wind there, 22 mile per hour steady wind here in Fresno, and you can trace along the color here just about where it was on Doppler radar, where you saw that gust front pushing through in that bow-shaped echo. Temperature change. A far cry from yesterday. We were in the triple digits on Saturday, 20 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. Right now here in Fresno, even a greater difference in Madera. That puts us at 75 degrees, so ahead of that gust front with the wind that we saw on radar. That has not reached Visalia quite yet, but the cooler air is very close behind because we're down to 75 in Fresno, 71 right now up in Madera. Satellite and radar here showing a bigger picture of how this front is sweeping through, and we've got a similar setup to this coming in just a couple days. Wednesday to Thursday, we'll see a very similar system push through that will tend to gust up winds again and bring limited precipitation to the area here in central California. Pinpoint weather forecast is actually showing that right here as we move on into the latter half of the week. It, again, expected to fizzle out for the most part, and mountain areas will probably see the most activity from this one as it pushes on through the area. Meanwhile, air quality expected to get better after the dust settles down. We do have more areas of good air quality from the San Joaquin Valley Air Pollution Control District, and Dr. Emma Minian in the Allergy Institute puts pollen levels at moderate for the next few days. Your forecast looks like this: from 84 degrees tomorrow to Wednesday, with clouds lingering into tomorrow, more clouds Thursday with the dropping of that other system, and temperatures cool then a little bit more, and then more clouds into the weekend, next weekend, into the work week next week, while all these temperatures, except for after the weekend, are all below average. Yeah. In the 80s the rest of this week.
Fantastic.
That's a nice change,
yes.
But boy, is it a big change.
Yeah, yes, yeah, the winds certainly a big change.
Yeah.
Thanks, Justin.
Thanks, Justin.